there was a time when I was having a meeting with all the company sales team, and they were complaining about that. They tried contacting the CEO, or they tried contacting the person, and they didn't call them back, and they were whinging about it. They said, "Oh, well, I left a message on his phone and he didn't call me back." It's like, okay. And they said, "Oh, I tried contacting him, but yeah, the phone rang out. I tried emailing, they don't respond. I guess they don't care." It's like that type of attitude is really killing deals, because if you think that you're sort of like above them, where they have to respond to you, they have to do things for you, if that's the attitude that you have towards sales, you're never gonna be getting a sale, because you have to take 100% accountability. You can't be thinking, "Oh, well, they didn't call back and they're not interested." You have to call them back. You got to keep following up with them. You got to keep talking to these guys, and even if they cancel the meeting, you got to still be positive and email them back and say, "Oh, look, yeah, I understand your meeting probably went overtime. Let's schedule another one. How's your schedule this week or next week?" Don't get angry with them. They're busy. They're really busy. So you need to really be accountable for your actions. Take 100% responsibility, because if you just make excuses, reason why you can't book an appointment because they didn't reply back to you, then that's really just an excuse. You're really just avoiding the fact that you were too afraid to follow up. You're too afraid to pick up the phone and call them up again. You're too afraid to interrupt them, because it affects your ego. And I'm reading a book, really fantastic book by Jeb Blount, called Fanatical Prospecting. And I really like it. The first chapter is really good. It talks about interruption. You, as a salesperson, you will always interrupt people. You have to get your head around it. You will always interrupt people. People on the way to something, on the way to work, on the way to a boardroom meeting, they're doing something. The people you're talking to, they're always doing something. And in order for you to sell, you have to interrupt them. There is no way around it. They're not sitting around doing nothing. They're doing something, and you have to interrupt people. And that's the thing, you have to always interrupt them. You can't be sitting around, "Oh, I don't mean to disturb you, I don't mean to interrupt you." You will interrupt these people. So you got to get that around. You got to get that through your head, that you will always interrupt people, and that it's okay. That's your job, to interrupt them, to sell your product and service. You have your agenda, they have their agenda, and you have something that you need to offer to them that will help them improve their lives or their company. So if you find yourself that you're at a point where you're just making excuses, and that, "Oh, they're not calling me back, I don't want to interrupt them," you're playing below the line. You're not playing above the line. You're not taking 100% responsibility. You need to take 100% responsibility in sales. You need to, if they're not replying, send them another email. Pick up the phone, send them a text message. They're not responding, send them another one. There's a million things that you can keep doing. So that's what really separates the salespeople, that the top performers versus the underperformers. That the top performers, they take 100% responsibility. They're always making the moves. They're being proactive. They're not reacting. If they don't reply back, if they don't call you back, they don't call you back. They just call them back again. I've reached a point in my sales career where I'm really surprised that they call me back, because if they call me back, it shows that they're interested. They're interested in my product and service, so therefore they become a warm prospect. But if they don't call me back, I just don't even think about that. I call them. I'm always calling people. I'm always following up. And that's the key, is that you should always follow up. The magic is in the follow up. And I think there was a statistic that said that it takes about average of 7 follow-ups to get an appointment with someone. And that is so true, because just recently I finished I was looking at my Salesforce numbers, and I was following up with this CEO for about 2 months. It took me 2 months to follow up with this guy. And I finally got an appointment with this guy, got 10 minutes with the guy, and then I managed to get an appointment and get the deal. And that's the thing, is that I was relentlessly following up with this person. And because of that, I was able to get the appointment, and I was able to close the deal. But those other people who who don't take responsibility, they would have said, I know what they would have said. They said, oh, he's not emailing me back. I left messages with the guy. He's not emailing me back. He's not calling me back. And that's the thing, you know, that's how, and I can clearly see that attitude of making excuses will just not cut it in sales. You won't make that many deals. So you got to have the attitude of taking 100% responsibility. Your numbers will see it. Your numbers will see it, and you'll be able to get more appointments than other people. You'll be able to book more appointments. You'll be able to get more deals done. You'll be able to make a lot more money. So that being said, if there was one takeaway I want you to learn from this, is that take 100% responsibility. If they don't reply back, pick up the phone, call them up again. Don't accept that as a reason why they're not interested. You're not being interested enough. You're not following up. You're not picking up the phone, not emailing them, not following up. You're responsible for every single action in the deal, okay? It's not their fault, it's you. Okay, unfortunately that's a tough pill to swallow, but if you want to become the best, you have to act the best. So that being said, hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.